Hello and welcome to another gameplay review on the Virkayu gameplay channel. And in this one, we are once again having a look at Fiddlesticks, except this time with a slightly different angle. Well, all the different angles. First one, we kind of looked at scaling and coming back. Second one, we just looked at, pure unbridled assassination. This one, we're going with Predator, so we can be everywhere and control the map the way a prototypical jungler would do, rather than necessarily focusing too much on farming. And I don't see Predator enough in regions outside of Korea, so let's actually see how we can use it against an Ivern double control ward strategy. Now, Ivern's going to do something a little weird. I've had to start this recording twice because it comes so quickly. I don't know why he's doing this. This is living life way too dangerously. You're skydiving without a parachute, thinking you can land on your legs. Why? Alright, so that ward is nullified. If that doesn't happen, the double control ward strategy here is great to slap here. Even here if you're against a certain invading style jungler. It's a nice vision in this situation, which is great. And now they don't exactly know 100% where Fiddle is, although it's pretty obvious he's starting blue side. So with Fiddlesticks in mind, we want to do the wolves, and then we can chain together the blue. When we finish the wolves, we chain together the blue and the grump. That is the most efficient way to do it. Not really being done here whatsoever. The clear, therefore, will be a lot slower. Now, normally, just to cut away while he does that, you would do the red raptors, go to your Krugs, hippity hoppy to this plant, and you do what I just said on this side, and you can be done by 315. So he is gonna, he's not a Fiddlesticks one trick, he's a main, he's doing very well with it in Master Tier, but there are some optimizations that he could definitely get away with. Now remember, when you don't have health pots, obviously, this situation is a bit more, it's a bit safer. If you mess up one time in this clear, you're kind of doomed. However, the nice thing is, in this situation, you would assume the Ivern started on this side, right? However, one can never be certain with three things. We don't have Pry on the bottom lane. At the same time, he has no flash now. It would be inherently dumb and risky for the Ivern to even attempt this, so he kind of screwed himself a little bit. But the double control ward strategy is kind of nice for those early ganks because you don't have access to a scanner. So if you just want to make sure the pathway is clear as you head to lanes, it's great for that. Although one control ward usually should be all you need. After the red and the raptors together, we can go down to the Krugs. Definitely a lot of optimizations left here. Should be quite slow overall. Talon gets a kill in mid lane. Ivern shows up. 21 CS. So we already know exactly what the Ivern's done. And by him passing down, he's going to get the Scuttle Crab. We could look for a little bit of action. So there's the control ward. You see, we don't have a scanner, but now we can control with this. And because Pike hit the hook, please, sir. There we go. That's a silence. That's a fear. Heal is actually burned. They both walk close to Fiddle so we can commit the sucky. And they lose all their sums. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Ivern is floating on down here. Silas was moving out of the mid lane. Why? And the answer to your question is because they can and they try and they cannot probably assess risk and reward ratios. And I'm putting this one specifically in just like the Mundo because people told me, oh, he got spoon-fed. No. The Mundo chose the right pathing to be in the right situation. The Fiddlesticks chose the right pathing to be in the right situation. Many junglers would not even have gone for this. They don't have the double control ward. Even if they go for this, maybe they're detaching somewhere else and not tracking the enemy jungler. Being in the right place at the right time when enemies make mistakes, that's part of jungling, alright? So keep that in mind. Most likely the Ivern does this, yeah. He will obviously save Smite for it, but this is okay. So basically, from Fiddlesticks' perspective, the early start was great because now we get the Sorcerer's Shoes. And you would have seen the runes, I didn't really talk about them. Ivern does things to Talon, expected. You wouldn't have seen... we didn't really discuss it, sorry, but you could go instead of the stopwatch as well as Cosmic, you can go Futures and Cosmic, which means you can full clear and get booties with Predator much earlier if you don't exactly, get free gifts and such things. Now, because we have Talon's dead, Jace is roaming, watch Fiddlesticks here. The Predator's activated from the lane, from his jungle. Alright, Flash is burned here, hits the E, beautifully done. Free assist, all because Predator. Without Predator, you cannot even remotely make that play. Alright? Is it always necessary to get the kill? Sometimes, you know, like that situation, maybe not, but honestly, we'd rather be there, use Predator, and actually try and get those kills. Down to your side of the jungle now. We can take those Raptors. Ivan's holding mid lane. He slaps an FVG into the Dragon Pit, but doesn't really serve a purpose. I don't foresee Ivan trying to do that without Daisy. Not even 6 yet. And the bottom lane is most likely resetting. So what we can do is just keep on sequencing our camps. And here's where things get very interesting for Fiddlesticks players. So early on, okay, look at his experience bar. He's quite close to 6, but not quite there. We didn't get a crab. If he got 1 crab, he's 6 right now. And we can really go. But now he's just going to wait and leech. Why? Because you can. You can. You know, you don't want to force something. Silas is going down here to ward. He walks over that. So we probably potentially got a collapse here. We have to be very, very careful. All right. This control ward is doing a lot of work. Silas goes back mid lane. Great. We hit 6. We hit 6. This is perfect. So the downtime here, you're wondering, well, isn't this a lot of time to use on a gank? Yeah. But he can. Because already on the second sequence, you're farming so quickly. Remember, Sork Boots helps you clear faster now because the camps actually have magic resistant armor. So that's just a flat penetration. Minus 18 on their magic resist. Thank you very much. And this is fine. You know, there's really not much else for Fiddlesticks to be doing. And he's one of the unique champions that can afford to do this because you can see the Grump isn't up yet. The wolves just spawned. All right, so this time gap between the spawners, the spawn timers on the camps since the 2 minutes to 2:15 has been really great for things like Fiddle, especially if you want to jungle and gank like this. Early level 6 has more than enough time to sit bot, be patient and wait, has more than enough time to translate that to a mid lane gank. I'm not always the biggest fan of so much time wasted, but because the Ivan has seen mid lane holding, he's behind, he's not a Rengar or something, Lee Sin, it's fine. Predator activated once again. Top lane, hello Urgot, and goodbye God. And now we can... He doesn't have TP, so yeah. Let's turbo shove it. So this is nice, right? This is nice. Overall, I like the game plan. I like the game plan. Yes, we got some nice stuff bottom lane, and honestly, the enemy team just didn't play the gank well. They thought they could do more than they could, and Fiddlesticks punished them for this. Because Fiddle decided to wait here and use ult mid lane and translate that to a really nice gank top lane, they will get the dragon. Here, the thing is, I might just consider doing the Herald. I might just consider doing the Herald. The timer might not be totally exact, but you could spend that time hitting this plant, taking it away. You could spend this time perhaps putting some control wards down. I think we should do the Herald here. Purely because, yes, Silas... We can watch this again from his perspective. Yes, Silas kind of is roaming and floating and Talon's in the base, but watch the Silas positioning here. You see? Watch. His body language is very much looking down. Now, I would be slightly concerned, oh no, I'm doing Herald. They're going to assume I'm doing Herald and he's going to rotate up, which is why we put a control ward in this bush. I mean, you got 2, let's use it, right? And this plant here, you just take this, you hit this plant, you covered yourself. You're good. You have effigies as well. Do it. Do it 100% because look, Urgot is dead with no TP, right? Ivan and everyone else's bottom side. Silas shows going down, at least mostly, and now we can watch. That would have been free. He even comes back up later here. So you're more than set heralding and blue siding. And then you could decide, right, do I want to stay out here? Maybe I want to rotate. Did you guys see Daisy? Daisy just went here. So that tells us a lot about the pathing of the Ivan. He's anticipating this as a possibility. It's not. So I think missed objective secure, but otherwise pretty solid game plan. 3-0-2, alternator and blasting 1 achieved. Ult up in 15 seconds. As always, we want to stack that ultimate hunter as fast as we can. Ah, reset. Ivan and Silas both dive top lane. And now he TP's back mid. So this is pretty big. Nothing we could do to prevent it though. Even if you take the Herald and blue side and reset, you know, you're just a little behind on that tempo, but you could actually go straight to bottom lane now. That's the difference. Because your ultimate will be up. Yeah, we can try the same play. You know, I'm just dreaming right now that he has the Herald and they 4-dive this side. Silas even rotates over. Here we go. Hello! Okay, so we get a flash for flash plus a heal. Silas is remarkably difficult to kill. We do have the stopwatch. Jin can activate his ultimate of the gods Ivan has rotated after going back to base. He hits the multi-man E. That's nice. And now we have to leave. So, nice intent though. And honestly, Silas played that very well to try and cut it off. Jace is stopped top now. He will have TP soon. He will have TP soon. But we want to be very careful. Don't want to die here. You have to give up the crab, most likely. He's hovering just in case. How long do we want to hover, though? See, I'm a fan of this to a degree in lower elos because you know they're gonna go. Oh, well, guess I just answered my own question. They're gonna go for it. He went for it, so we get a kill. That's fine. I wouldn't wait longer than that. But this is what we're trying to avoid right now. You know, I don't like these little skirmishes that develop when we haven't reset, but yeah. Catching out the Silas there for his greed is fine. Take the Krugs to finish the red side quadrant. We can assume that if he didn't take the crab, he's now taken the crab. Ult up in 14, so in theory you could actually extend the sequence here. We do have Predator also. Good ward. This is a great ward, by the way, if you ever face a Shaco. If you're bottom lane, and I'm off on bottom lane, and there's a Shaco red side starting here, this is a great ward to slap down early. Just because, especially if you're a push lane, you know, it just gives you so much control because usually that little son of a demon decides to sort of yeet through this wall here and show up in random places. So this gives you a heads up. But spotted, and now we're wasting a lot of time again. But again, we have Predator, we have ult, they have no sums. Eventually they're going to try and push it. Thresh, however, is a difficult champion to deal with for almost all champions. I don't think I wait for that one. He's probably just waiting for the full purchase item, but we're giving up way too much pressure top lane. Talon rotates top lane. No way. Come on, he's dead, right? It's been a while since I've had to stare at that and be in pure shock. But this is why I don't like this stuff. You know, we get these things and it's like 2 minutes almost that you're just chilling bottom lane. Once you're spotted here, I think I reset, and I know this is going to happen because you can see Talon, you can see the tower's taken, you know the Herald's up currently. In our universe, the reality of the game, the Herald has not been taken. There's no dragon. This quadrant was finished at the time, so you can simply go topside, try and affect these outcomes. And honestly, if he did that with Predator activated, Urgot dies. Jace lives. Maybe Talon lives as well, who knows? But we weren't there to affect this outcome, so... Instead of going topside, you have to assume your camps are probably being yeeted or stolen, so we just go down to the Raptors. So, it's 2 missed opportunities, I feel. But overall, 8 out of 9 KP, Dragon is spawning, perfect. But he did have the perfect back timer that we did miss. Here we go, Predator's almost up, everything is warded now. Now we can get the kills, purely because we set that up multiple times. But I feel like this was going to be there anyway, right? You know, that was going to be a play that you could make no matter what. You didn't have to hang around that long bottom lane. That's fine. Great. We take it. We enjoy it. Up into the river. Hello, Silas. Predator activated. Sorry, I didn't mean to slow down that much. Fear, silence. And this champion is just always strong, isn't it? Woo. That heal. But who heals better? I do. Shove the wave here. Do the Agurin. Take the minions. Push the wave. Free dragon. They're gonna hit plates. Jace is giving up on top side. I'm not touching Urgot at all. We can stare down and look for the Ivan. I don't know really what he's doing actually. I'm not focusing on him at all, but that's because he's not doing anything worth watching. So, steal the blue if they want to go up. I mean, if they want to go up to the Herald, you're most likely giving that away at this stage. There's Thresh. So we do want to be cautious. Silas is showing up. Reset, you do lose the Herald, right? 99%, yeah. Yeah, I don't like that, you know? The overstay bottom lane was fine to a degree, and then you start pushing your luck. Your top lane gets smashed. You miss the Herald opportunity, which you already missed the first time over, so... These are the things you need to think about, but he is being everywhere. You know, if you do those things, you could still achieve everything that this Fiddlesticks dreams of. With Predator. And Rocket Bell. And I had an issue with the recording stopping. That's why I keep looking right, because I want to see. Oh, that's looking at the minimap. I mean more right, just in case. If they push this, do the Fiddlesticks thing. I mean, this is... They're getting no plate gold. You're Fiddlesticks. How dare you actually even remotely think that you can try and do that without putting wards down over the Raptor Pit wall. It's just total griefing. And yet, it's not, because everyone does it. It's the same thing with Evelyn's. Everyone just does it and pushes and stops paying attention to the fundamentals of positioning versus hippity-hoppity champions. And camouflage and invis and so on. So here, we want to be everywhere. Remember, that's the point. 408, we don't have the most kills, but with Fiddlesticks, that's normally, I mean, it's not weird, right? You do a lot of damage, but the goal is just to maximize that damage output. You don't really have the last hitting power of Viegos and Rengars and other champions. I enjoy the shadowing here. What's the cooldown at now? We're at 84, so we don't really want to ult again until we get level 11, purely because that's, you know, as you saw, 20-second reduction, right? 84 to 66. So if you use it right before 11, and you don't really need to, kind of wasting time. So here I think we just want to sequence down. We watch the Cogmore very cautiously. Wards are placed. Ultimate is not available. So I think, yeah, I just want to go to the... I think you just want to go to the Krugs. I know you're looking to trap, but they're not going to be fooled that quickly in the situation. And in the mid-game in Master Tier or so, it's... Yeah, just go to the Krugs. This is just wasting time. Go to the Krugs. Because if you do the Krugs and then hover the bottom side, you'll get some experience leeching that can actually push you over the edge, just like earlier. Take these. Yeah, alright. And now, you know, like, if you did the Krugs and then went to the bottom lane here, you could probably just Predator in, which he's doing anyway. Okay. We have Flash Up, we have everything. Haha, yeah. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you don't need to flash if you just do the Krugs first. Shadow, Predator, Smite, E, and whatnot. But because you do that, Urgot's gonna go Beast Mode on the top side. They're most likely gonna secure mid, but honestly, that's fine. I have no issue with that. Back to base, Zhonya's is completed. Urgot's being caught in the jungle. We do have to be cautious because of the Thresh, the Ivern, the Cogmore. They might be here. We don't want to int. As I was saying, sometimes in Master Tier, these mid-games are basically Fiesta nonsense, and sometimes it's just everyone waiting for something to happen, someone to make a mistake, and we saw that with the Rengar gameplay, I think, last month or something like that. But it's okay, as long as you're relaxed, you know, and you're taking what the map gives you, it's perfect. That's all you can do. Dragon is spawning soon, we do want to secure it. Hit that to see where they are. If anyone overpushes, once again, now we do have ultimate. We do have all our actives available. Remember, with this build, with great actives, comes great responsibility to actually push the damn buttons. That's why we don't recommend, you know, 5 active itemizations in low elo. Learn the game, learn your champion, get your actives as you go. This is kind of silly from what I can see for the red team. They do have to be very cautious. Talon is pushing here now, so they're going to go fisting 1v1. Ah, you're dead, sir. Hello, can I have your soul? Pyke says, is for me? And he takes it. Fine with that. We take a dragon. Stonks. Don't overpush. The Cogmore is going to be difficult to deal with if they don't... you see here? Now let's actually play this in one-time speed. So, the Pyke gets smashed. The Jace is flanking from the other side. Urgot places his big, bulbous body between him and his team. Fiddle's just going to keep sucking. Alright, we're going to try and peel as much as we can with Silence and Fear. There we go, very nice. He uses Heal, is still alive. We got the TP coming in from the Silas. We do have to be very cautious. We have double smite available, but you don't want to get caught up. We have Zhonya's up, we have Protobelt up as well. Silence is enough to detach for the moment. Zhonya's is the E as well as the Everfrost. Returns a Rocket Belt, gets the Jin stun, steals the Drake, fears him, E's him, sucks him, dodges the skill shot. I'm just cursing at this point because it's kind of nice. In and out, in and out. And that's what we want from Fiddlesticks, ladies and gentlemen. And things. In and out. Use your ult, even if it's on one person, especially someone who's important. And then use your cooldowns to go in and out. Use your W to the maximum advantage you can get. Here we got 3 in Q at the moment and 5 in W. Some people do enjoy going sort of 3 Q before they do any sort of W if they're looking to be hyperactive, and others prefer just to go straight W. You can mix it just like you can with Warwick, right? 3 Q, 5 W, 5 W, 3 Q. I'm always a 5 W kind of guy with Warwick in particular, but as is your playstyle. Just not E. Hit all the wards. Basically, at this point, it's the same exact thing. You're trying to look for a nice angle to invoke fear, you know? And basically, the big question mark, if you look at it from the red team's perspective, right? They saw him here, so we know he's most likely going up. There he is. Rocket Bolt activated. Zhonya's. And, hey, we take aggro for this, so that's a good Zhonya's. You know, from their perspective, when you show, now they can do things. They're just going to shove mid now. When you don't show, they don't know where you are. So they are more hesitant to do anything. Fiddle is just waiting on the top side here. We're going to give up a mid tower for the Krugs. I don't think we can stop it anyway. But they should just give it as it is. Purely because adjacent, the Fiddle will join up now. Okay, here we go. Juicy time. They could have a lot of wards in your side of the jungle, so if you can't afford control wards here, it's absolutely huge. The effigies need to be placed on point. Keep them coming. We take the camp. The enemy team is playing like this because of Fiddle, by the way. I think they feel quite confident. I mean, they had a gold lead for a little bit, if not for the Fiddlesticks, because if they misplay any spells and they cannot protect the Cogmore, the Fiddlesticks will destroy them. 6-0, 12, 18 out of 20 kills. Urgot, I believe you are in the wrong place, but you are Urgot, okay? No, I think we got him. Very nice. Perfect. It's exactly what we want to do. Is Baron the call? Not with 3. Fiddlesticks ults. We get the Thresh. Cogmore gets a kill but dies. Daisy stun, nice flash. Jace cuts them off, knocks him back. Talon rotates, gets the cleanup. And that should be a dead Silas as well. He misses, but that's fine. So no Baron now, please. Don't. I mean, I don't think you do it fast enough. Obviously, we can all see the scoreboard, but I don't think you do it fast enough. Let's see. See, that's the unexpected influence, you know. Maybe actually I'm somewhat griefing, but at the same time, I tend to be quite. I'm a little afraid of these situations because now they're gonna get the Baron, you know. Unless we really have the ADC to melt it and we have the team to sort of zone, I don't really want to do it. They could have actually done it. But if you have an ADC, by the time the Urgot shows up, it's finished, right? 100% it's finished, because they did it way faster than I actually anticipated. But now they're all up, they're going to get a free Baron. Benefit of hindsight, I suppose, but I can 100% guarantee you, in my games, I'm a bit more cautious in those situations, but if it's not a fed Urgot, if the only member that's going to be up is not ahead, right? If they're just behind in the game, then we do it 100%. But it's because the Urgot was up and because the Urgot was fed. Oh, we lose the Baron, a little bit of a throw, but that's fine. I don't think anyone's worried. Raptors on your way to the Dragon. Jhin started it, secure it. And now they're going to push mid with Baron here, which is kind of silly. Versus Fiddle, you got to keep that respect up. I think that's, if anyone face checks, they're dead. Nice turn. Nice turn. You see how he's running the other way and he turns back in? Misleading intent, misdirected intent. So huge in League of Legends, especially in high elo. Ults over the wall. Don't really get much. Get enough on the Urgot. Backline dive there by the Jace. He's able to kill the Ivan. Cogmore is free. But the thing is, with Cogmore without peel, the Thresh, join me. Nah. Keck W. Chase the slug. I mean, do we want to full chase it? Yeah, it's Cogmore. Let him know who's boss. A little bit of a shutdown. 150. We'll take it. Thanks, Jin. Back to base. 11, 1, 15, 26 out of 30 kills. Predator enabling a lot of action here. All right. How do we close this out? Let's observe. Should be pretty straightforward. Talon's pinging the Fiddlesticks for taking blue. I don't know why the Talon deserves the blue. He has Mana Moon. Fiddlesticks needs mana too, man. Itemization is complete. Yeah. It's completed. Void Staff for maximum maximum penetration. There we go. Well, that was a 20-minute segment before having to cut it. Not so bad. That's living a little dangerously. But fortunately, the Ivan was bottom side, and his team followed up. In those situations, if you sort of die, you can lose the game, so make sure you play this properly. But team does a good job. Fiddle still did a nice engage there. Here he goes again, actually. Quite aggressive, but ambitious. One of those quotations where your ambition outweighs your talent, or does your talent outweigh your ambition? He ults over the wall, use your rocket belt for repositioning. You do have to be careful here. You're not healthy enough to sort of play too many games with the enemy team at this stage. If it's warded, you will be chased. Looks like Kog'Maw's going to, but I think with a simple silent spear and a suck, we can make this slug goodbye. Although he has a passive, so. Alright. This game should be about wrapped up. We can probably take blue quadrant. If we have itemization completion, we can go back to base. Probably just buy yourself a blue pot, perfect, or elixir of sorcery as it's called now. You want to look for the flank as usual, but hopefully you can see the power of the Predator Fiddlesticks in terms of, you know, maximizing the downtime between camps. Just to be everywhere. You will lose single target as we int away a little bit here. You will lose a little bit of that single target damage. You lose a bit of the scaling of the Dark Harvest, but overall it allows you to be places, and honestly as a jungler, being places is the most important thing. In the right place. Oh god. Oh my goodness. This champion. This champion is so irritating. Let's go in. No, because if we do, we die. So I thought the game was over. Alright. Please make it be over. Alright, Dragon Soul. Now everyone groups mid and we should just try to get a nice fight. There it is. Or is it? Okay. We have Flash, we have Zhonya's. Okay, great. Thank you. These games are very frustrating to close sometimes, purely because they have such an irritating team fight. You know, like the Ivan and the Thresh and the Kog'Maw is so difficult to deal with. But provided you have the nice flank and the nice engage, like the Fiddlesticks has done most of the game pretty much, should have no issue closing this out. You know, 13, 23, there you go, 13, 2, 24. So that's, you know, he ends the game with 80% kill participation in a 33-minute game with 46 kills. Couldn't have been done without Predator. Couldn't have been done without being this champion in this kind of team fighting environment. Very well played to him. Few missed things. Hopefully you could see where they are. Definitely one of the most fun, most well-designed junglers in the game. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, and comment if you did enjoy. New main channel video, hopefully Thursday, Friday, and then I'm going to try to take a few days off on the main channel at the least. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I will see you all in the next tutorial.